Hello everyone, first things first, I am so sorry about the voiceover audio. I am still looking for the perfect mic. I will appreciate it if you will comment some suggestions on mics in the comments below. I want to share a bit of my bullet journal journey. I started bullet journaling in 2020. A high school friend was the one who introduced me to it. At the time, I was using the Exceeded notebooks that were sold in Walmart. Unfortunately, they have been discontinued in 2024. Also, I was using Crayola tip markers for my drawings and Papermate pens. I stopped bullet journaling a year after I started because I found a more suitable planner at the time called the Happy Planner. I was using them for 4 years, it was efficient, and it fit my lifestyle at that time. Now, I went back to bullet journaling because a happy planner for me was impossible to adjust to my lifestyle and wants in a planner. I did watch a bit of YouTube videos of bullet journaling to get the hang of it again. A YouTuber called Long Tank Studio, I'm sorry if I butchered it, gave me the inspiration of the layouts of my bullet journal. For this bullet journal, I did start it in June to test out layouts I wanted to try out, and more or less to get the hang of it again. Since Exceeded was discontinued, I found an alternative on Amazon. To be honest, it is not the best quality, but I did not want to spend a lot of money on a notebook because I am not sure if I'm going to stay with bullet journaling as a planning resource for a long time. This time around, I am using my matte liners because I have had them for 4 years already, and as well as my trusty Crayola tip markers. As for pens, I am using my favorite pen of all time, Pilot G2, and King Art pens my brother gifted me for Christmas. For the theme of this month, it was inspired by my sudden love of coconuts. Before my obsession of coconuts, I really disliked them a lot, but after drinking a tea from Ulike called Toasted Coconut Tea, it changed everything. Since it is summer, I wanted to also tie in the summer theme as well, so I decided to draw the water, well, at least an attempt, and printed out the coconuts and the frangipani. I will be adding these printed items towards the end of the video because I forgot to pack my glue stick. So the cover pages consist of the calendar on the left and the cover page itself. I really like this layout from Long Tank Studio because with the calendar, I do look back to it only to see what day fall on the week. So I am aware I misspelled calendar. I got nervous because one of my friends was coming towards me when I was recording. I did fix it though. As you will see through the video, I would like to address that you may notice that the background is different. I was traveling when I was doing the bullet journal. There's a video showing one of the many places I visited. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. Also, you can see that I was using coffee cups and tea cans as a stand to record because I do not have a phone stand currently. And you have to work with what you have. After the cover page, I wanted to do something fun like what are my current favorites as well as a bucket list for the summer. My favorite music artist is Forrest Frank. A song is Wanna Be Like You by One Common. Yeah, I know, my favorite song and music artists are not the same. For a movie is Cruella. This was a bit of a tough one to decide because I also like the Bee Movie. Food obviously has to be chicken Alfredo. This has been my favorite food for as long as I can remember. Candy is dark chocolate. I am a big fan of dark chocolate. The darker the better. Drink is matcha for City of Bernie. God bless everyone in Central Texas. They unfortunately got to experience a flash flood and the aftermath of the Guadalupe River overflowing. Anyway, my favorite state is New Mexico, and activity is petting stingrays. I love stingrays. They are so cute and soft and squishy. They're so adorable. So at the moment, my favorite stationery is notebooks. Favorite book is a book called Run Over by the Grace Train. I was introduced to this book from Discipleship, and as for cooking and baking, I still do not have a favorite. For my summer bucket list, I want to stargaze, make s'mores, watch fireworks, go to a drive-in, create artwork, have a pool day, go on a road trip, dance in the rain, and have a spa day. The following pages are my goal tracker and finance. When creating the goal tracker, it was a bit difficult because I wanted to create something fun and unique, but I did not know how to go about it. I did went to Pinterest for inspiration, but there wasn't anything that caught my attention, to have those creative juices flowing. So I guess I went with the traditional month tracker for each of my goals. For the goals, I had help from a YouTuber called Angie Belmare from the Daily Grind channel. I love her so much. She's amazing. You should check her out. Anyways, based on this guide, my goals are dedicating time to God, drink 64 ounces of water, stay within my calories, not spending on wants, try to clean every day, and read as much as I can. For the finance tracker, it's very simple. I did a table with several rows and 3 columns. The columns are named description, addition sign, and subtraction sign. Then at the very end will be the total of everything. I messed up in this section in 2 ways, which is okay because for the following week I could redo it as I please and how I want. The rest of my weeks to go. So my first mistake was that I was supposed to start with the weekly calendar, but I did not separate the pages correctly, so I accidentally skipped 2 pages and then I started the weekly calendar. You will see what I mean further into the video. Because of this mistake, I ended up having the brain and work dump before the weekly calendar, which was a bit difficult to navigate this week. The second mistake I did, it was that originally I had 8 boxes for the weekly calendar. 7 boxes for the days, the first day being Sunday and the last day being Saturday. Then the 8th box was supposed to be dedicated for a Bible verse of the week. The way I messed this up was that I started the day on a Monday instead of a Sunday. So everything I did on Sunday, I wrote it down on Monday, which in this case, it was the 30th. It was a whole mess when I was filling out my personal task and work tasks. Like the days were not adding up or aligning with how I was going to do stuff. And I was getting confused and frustrated. So when I realized what I did, I just took July 6th out of the calendar and ended up using the last 2 boxes for my grocery list, which I guess this situation was a beautiful mess because I didn't even have space in my brain dump for a grocery list. I am so sorry that this video was a bit hectic. I was traveling and filming at the same time. I did have a lot of fun though, creating my bullet journal in different places while filming it. The only thing I do regret is forgetting my glue stick because I couldn't glue the printouts when I completed the drawing and writing everything down for each layout. So instead, I had to wait until I got back home. Anyway, thank you so much for joining in today.